So the article is via Bleacher Report's Kevin McRae. So thank you, Kevin, for putting this list together. We are going to talk about Kevin's list on boxing's biggest problems in the year 2013, and at least leading up to it. So the first problem, he says, too many belts, too many champs. Mm-hmm. This has been an argument that many boxing purists, as ourselves, as myself, and I'm sure you have as well, have talked about for years upon years upon years. If we could pull up the graphic of all the champions, look at this. Look at how many champions there are. Go to the next weight class. This is astounding, man.
Yeah.
Way too many champions. Obviously, I completely agree with him. These are all via boxing.com, by the way. You could roll through them, Amir.
There are way too many belts.
4, 8, 12, 16, 24.
Too many champs, too many belts,
way
too many alphabets.
Yep. I agree with you. WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO. TBRB, which is whatever. And then you also have the Ring magazine, there's way too many.
I think that when it comes to boxing, it's not like a team thing. It's just one man going in the ring, mm-hmm. and you got to have something to fight for. Obviously, if there's just 2 or 3 championships in a weight class, you may never get your shot.
Big fights not happening. Out of anything, if you were to solve this belts and all this shit going on with the IBF, WBA, WBO, out of anything, you would have more fighters in a smaller division, mm-hmm. a less compact division, because you would have 20 guys in one division fighting for one belt. Out of anything, it would make it more competitive. And you could even say, I'm not going to say it would save the sport. The sport doesn't have to be saved. It'll be around.
Yeah. Maybe the sanctioning bodies, some of these sanctioning bodies should join forces or something and create one belt. Because if you can't make 47 and you're not big enough to fight at 60, 154 is your sweet spot.
Understood.
So it's like the weight thing really is not, you can't compromise on weight, because we've already seen you make a guy come down too far in weight, he's going down in 3 rounds because he's dehydrated. You see some guy who blows up and tries to fight, like a Gabriel Rosado fighting Gennady Golovkin, and he's going to get destroyed because that's not his natural weight class.
Okay, so let's say that were to happen. And a guy who is naturally, let's say, 150 has to go up to 154 or go down to 147. Mm-hmm. How about the 2 fighters put down their swords and have a catch weight? How about that? Why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah, but then that still can be disputed, because...
Why?
If I'm fighting you at 152, people are saying I'm not the legitimate champion at 154. If I take your 154 belt.
Then don't take the fight. So what is the best way to solve this problem?
The best way, I'm thinking, is the sanctioning bodies have to come together.
And that's not going to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah, too much money on the line.
So at this point, there is no compromise. But one thing that I did think was interesting years ago, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, Oscar De La Hoya went on record and said that he kind of wanted to make boxing an organized sport like basketball or football, where it's basically a tournament setup, and
like the Super Six.
Like the Super Six, and that way everyone who is legitimate is going to get their shot at winning this championship.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So he wanted to be the president of boxing. The thing is that boxing is like the wild, wild west. There are no rules. There's too many sanctioning bodies, too many belts, too many champions.
Yep.
The only thing you can do really is just get in there and try and dominate the sport and make your name.
Bad judging. As we have all seen, horrible decisions. We saw it just some time ago. It should. Well, these are in no order of importance. It's just he's listing out the facts of how boxing needs to be changed.
Thank you, Kevin.
CJ Ross, excuse me. So Claude Campillo, awful. That was an awful decision.
Awful.
Campillo won that fight. He got knocked down in the first round. Who cares?
And then kicked the shit
dominated the rest
Cloud,
of the fight.
Yeah.
Tavares Cloud, that was awful. That was in Corpus Christi, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
The second, Martin Murray, he absolutely beat Sergio Martinez, but Martinez was at home in a soccer stadium in Argentina. So, it was an awful decision. Chavez Vera, as we saw just some time ago, awful. Bradley Pacquiao, awful. Rio Sabril, awful. I mean, these are terrible decisions, and yet we are trusting people who are probably being paid off, as we have to believe they are, because these are horrible decisions being given, and yet we are trusting them with the integrity of the sport on the line.
Exactly. And
people
want to know,
ruining the sport.
And you really want to know why there are people who are legitimate boxing enthusiasts. I know legitimate boxing enthusiasts, around the ages of, 40 and 50. my grandfather's age. I don't watch boxing anymore. It's not the same. Why? Because you can't trust these judges.
The third one, as Bleacher Report's Kevin McCrae states, pay-per-view cards that don't provide value. So I tried to think about this. They went from $49.99 to $64.99. These are pay-per-view, obviously. You know what the Mayweather fight cost? You remember?
$80.
$79.99.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money for a lot of people in these hard economic times, and I understand Mayweather can do whatever he wants. But are pay-per-view not providing value?
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that one.
How come?
I don't know if I agree with that one because you also have to look at, like, boxing is a business, and boxing is a two-sided thing, you know? Like, us as the audience, we want to get our money's worth. We want to see a good fight. But boxing, which is another part of the list that we'll obviously go into, boxing is not mainstream.
No.
You know, boxing is, at its core, a niche sport. You have people who really appreciate the sport of boxing, really appreciate the technicality, and to us, a knockout is just extra.
I mean, there are many fights that just don't happen. We touched on this already. You somehow got to take the money out of it, and we also have to have Top Rank and Golden Boy just somehow come to an agreement.
Yeah.
And that's probably most likely the biggest problem. Is the people that are in charge hate each other.
Yeah.
They hate each other.
No one person is going to run boxing. You know, I mean,
Unfortunately not.
You can try all you want to, but there's always going to be another promotion company. There's always going to be another sanctioning body, and there's always going to be another champion. So get over it. It's the sport of boxing. It's an acquired taste. It's a niche sport. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you should like it anyway.
The fifth point and last point from Bleacher Report's Kevin McCrae, boxing isn't mainstream. What he means by that, it's not on CBS. It was, however, for the Leo Santa Cruz fight and Amir Khan, Carlos Molina, but that was the last time that I saw boxing on the mainstream. NBC Sports Network is picking up boxing slowly, but
Golden Boy did
Fox Sports 1 is picking up the Charlo fights, Jermell and Jamal Charlo. However, they need to, you know what, out of anything, you know what would save it? CBS, because they own Showtime, saying, you know what? And Floyd would never agree to this. You know what? Let's put one Floyd fight on CBS one night. I guarantee you, record-breaking ratings. He can fight anybody he wants.
Yeah.
CBS should just pay him a truckload of money.
They've already done that.
They've done that already. Double it, and just say, you know what? Let's put a Floyd fight on CBS to give the people a taste. Ratings would be through the roof because it would be free.